Hey there, would you like to have more freedom in your business, in your coaching and healing practice? You're feeling all discombobulated. There's so many things going on, and you have this to do, and this to do, and this to do, and this to do. And some days you just can't imagine getting it all done. And the truth is, most days you don't get it all done. In today's live stream, I am going to share the importance of understanding and appreciating the concept that structure equals freedom. I know that seems insane, doesn't it? It's like, no, freedom means there's no boundaries, there's no borders, there's no limits. But sometimes when we don't have any structure in our lives, it just means we don't do anything. We keep thinking we have the time. We keep thinking we'll do it later. But then we always manage to fritter away those other moments when we could be doing things that will build our business, attract clients to us, and help transform the world. So the first thing, how are you doing with that idea, with that concept of structure equals freedom? And my husband is over there giving me the side eye. he, he was trying to be quiet. He's heading into the trailer. We're nomads. We live in a 7 by 14-foot cargo trailer. And he just walked by in front of me, and then he paused. And he's looking at me. It's like, he's probably thinking, do I dare open the door? I'll make a little bit of noise. Yes, honey, it's okay to open the door. So this concept, I want you to think about if you've ever worked a regular job, whether, it's an actual like 9-to-5 corporate job, in manufacturing, in a retail setting, fast foods, the trades, anything where you have worked for someone else. What happens when you go to work? You have to be there at a certain time. You have to do certain tasks, and then you leave at a certain time, and you get paid for the time that you are there, for the work that you have done, right? But when you have your own business, when you're not under the confines of that structured environment, then we tend to get loosey-goosey, and we think that freedom means just being able to do it whenever we want. And we can. We don't have someone else telling us when to do things. We need to tell ourselves when to do things. And the easiest way to do this, the simplest and most, I hate using the word productive, but the most productive way to do this is to create a structure for yourself. And this structure can be fluid, it can be flexible, it can be based on your needs, your energy levels, your prior commitments with your family, with your friends, with your wellness and well-being. But we also need to have that structure. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you. Because for myself, I'm semi-retired, and I keep thinking I have all day to do things. And what happens at the end of the day? It's like, oh, I didn't do those things because I didn't have that structure in place. Now, last July, I found a program that revitalized my dream to coach and heal and help others. And it's provided that structure that I needed. And the structure is not an 8-hour day. It's not telling me that I have to do things at a certain time at a certain point. It's giving me that boundaries, the foundation to build my own structure, one that works for me, in 2 hours a day. And the beautiful thing is realizing that some people truly don't have a 2-hour block of time. This can be spread throughout the day. And one of the energies of Cali Wind, which is my personal philosophy, is the power of and. And is a throwaway word. We don't think anything about it. It's the key to run-on sentences that we kept getting, red marks on our papers when we were in school. Run-on sentence, run-on sentence. But I love the energy of and. And means more. And there's something else. Remember those old infomercials? But wait, there's more. That's the power of and, right? So we have the structure, 2-hour workday. We can do it however we want. And we also have the option, the opportunity, the choice to do what's called a block or batch creating our content, batch performing chores. It's kind of like assembly line work. And I'm very familiar with assembly line work. My background in the workplace is manufacturing. But it's taking a larger block of time, say 3 or 4 hours, and creating a bunch of content. And then you deliver it, publish it throughout the week. So this program has structure, but it's flexible structure to suit your needs. And the power of this is a 2-hour workday that focuses on those marketing activities that we tend to put off because they're uncomfortable, they're unfamiliar, we don't know what we're doing, and we don't know how to do what we don't know what we're doing. And this program has taught me exactly what I need to know. And it's taught me how to do it. And it's taught me how to do it in a 2-hour workday. This is the structure that gives me freedom. So for instance, so I start my day off. I love starting my day off with structure. It gets me out of bed. It gets me excited about the day, and it gets my well-being, my wellness, my exercise time out of the way first thing in the morning. Now, I understand that doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me. In my life, I have the flexibility to do that. In your life, you have the flexibility to make things work for you. We always have options to make things work for us. So my morning is I get out of bed, I put my clothes on, I make my husband's coffee, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, those things. And then I head out for my morning walk. And I walk for 2.5 to 3.5 miles every morning. And while I'm walking, I'm typically listening to video trainings from this program. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm sharing voice messages with friends who are also coaches. And it's just a good period of getting my body moving, getting my mind going, waking up. And then when I come back, I have been doing Pilates for 69 days. This is built into the structure of my day. I don't have to remember at 3 p.m. to go to Pilates class. It's built into my routine. I do my Pilates. Today was day 69, and it's only 10 to 15 minutes a day. And here's the power of structure and of taking action, small action. 69 days ago, when I started Pilates, I could not get up off the ground without using my hands, pushing myself up, reaching for something to pull myself up. I was that deconditioned physically. Yesterday, I noticed for the first time, it's kind of embarrassing to admit this, but it is my story, my reality. But yesterday, for the first time, I finished my workout and I got up. And when I got up, I thought, I don't think I used my hands to push myself up. But I wasn't sure. And so I sat back down on the ground and intentionally got up without using my hands. I thought, when did this change happen? When did this happen? And I don't know when it happened. And I don't know if yesterday was the first day that I did it. It was the first day that I was aware that I did it. And I was so proud of myself. I went running into the trailer. Honey, guess what? I was able to get up off the ground without using my hands. And of course, like a little kid, I had to sit on the, sit on the floor of the trailer and stand up without using my hands. And it was a good feeling because in just 15, 15 minutes a day, over 69 days, I have had that transformation in my body without even really paying attention, just showing up and taking the actions. So if you're here and you know you're called to be a coach or a healer, and you want to attract people, and you know that social media is a great way to do it, and you keep thinking, I need to do it, I need to do it, I need to put myself out there, yep, I need to do it, but you never take action, or it's sporadic action. You put a post out and you're hoping, you keep checking back every few minutes, every hour to see if anyone's commented, if anyone's liked, and there's crickets. And you think, well, maybe this isn't worth it. It takes consistent action before you're going to see results. And then one day you'll just say, oh my gosh, things have changed. So this 2-hour workday is teaching the skills to be able to create that content. It's knowing what your message is. Do you know what your message is? Do you know who you're helping, how you're helping them, the transformation in a very specific way of what they can expect? Now, this Pilates app that I'm doing, it did not tell me that at the end of 69 days, I would be able to get up off the floor without using my hands. But what a great win to be able to share with someone. That's a fear that many people, as we get older, we're concerned about, that we'll fall and we won't be able to get up. And it's not because we're hurt, not because we broke something, but because we just don't have the strength to get up off the floor. That's a win. And that's something that the people marketing that Pilates app could be using. Do this app, continue doing it consistently every day, not one day here and one day here and one day here, but keep doing it consistently every day. And you'll be able to get up off the floor without using your hands. But we need that structure of, I'm going to do it. This is important to me. This is important to me. If you are like me, you feel called to coach, to serve, to teach others something that will transform their lives because you've experienced your own transformations, right? And you think, this is so great. I need to share this with other people. I need to help other people because so many people are experiencing that pain that I was feeling. For me, my pain was, for most of my life, I felt unseen. I was unheard. I was overlooked. I was overlooked in conversations. People would interrupt and cut me off just because I'm an introvert. I'm a quiet person. I prefer to listen, observe. But sometimes I have something I want to contribute and people wouldn't give me a chance. And that hurts. And I knew that I had so much more to offer, but I wasn't able to get people to listen to me. And so social media marketing, this is the perfect opportunity because you know why? Because I get to sit here and I get to share my message. And the people who are here to work with me, to whether they work with me or just listen for a few moments and something I say impacts them. And it lets them see their own possibilities, to see other options that are out there for them. My work is done. My calling is to share what I've learned, what I've discovered, what I've experienced that's transformed my life. And then it's up to them to take the rest of it. But if I didn't have this time structured into my day, so now I get up, make the coffee, go to the bathroom, wash my face, brush my teeth, go for my walk, come back, do Pilates, can get up without hands, and then I come into my tent or into the truck and I do a live stream. This is how I fit it in. This is what is today. Today is January 17th. I started 2 days before the end of December. So this is my 19th day of live streaming. I'm taking action. I'm building this into my day. It's a structured part of my day. And the beautiful thing is once I'm done with this, I get to go about the rest of my day and I know that I've taken those important, critical actions for me to feel fulfilled, for me to feel strong and healthy. Because I like to front load my day so the rest, if I just blow and fritter it away, I'm good. My energy is highest in the morning. And that may not be the case for you. You may be a person who full on in the middle of the day, that's your sweet spot. And that's when you should work your schedule, structure your schedule so that that's the time that's available for you to work on your business, to do your promotional materials, to create your content. That's your time. Other people, it's late afternoon. They've got the work of the day done. They've, I don't know, I can't even really relate to it. I can't even really relate to it. But that's just their sweet spot. And some people are night owls. And that's when their connection with source energy really feels the strongest. When they start to unwind and they start to relax and they can receive whatever messages are coming their way and then just work through their fingertips throughout their body, their mind, and their throat chakra. Everything just works together. We each have our own time. And when we recognize that, we can take full advantage of that. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. So promoting your coaching and healing practice or any online business is the most important thing you need to do. Because what's a business need? It needs three things, right? It needs a problem that customers are having. It needs the solution, which is what your product is, your service is. And then it needs the customers who are willing to pay to have that problem resolved. And yes, we need to focus on that paid part. I know that we as coaches and healers, we have big hearts. We want to give. And some of us, we really struggle with asking for payment because we think if the universe gave me this gift, why should I receive payment for it? Well, here's the thing. Would you ever not pay someone who is a plumber who comes to fix your water heater so that you have hot water and heat in your home? Would that occur to you? Would you be grateful that they're coming so that you have hot water and you have heat, or your sink will drain freely again? They were given gifts from the universe, the gift of understanding how plumbing works. They were given the skills, the aptitude to learn those skills, to fix those things. I don't have a strong mechanical or electrical aptitude. It doesn't make sense to me. Yes, I can follow basic instructions. Would I feel confident that I could troubleshoot or fix something? No. But these people have these skills. Yes, they've had training. We've had training as coaches and healers, haven't we? We've paid money for it. We've put our time and energy into it. We've practiced and developed our skills. Why shouldn't we be compensated for that? Money is just another form of energy. So we need to be comfortable receiving that money. And if you're not comfortable receiving it, that could be one of the things that's keeping you from attracting clients. Because here's why: there's the law of reciprocity. So if you give something to someone or someone gives something to you, don't you feel an obligation to give them something back, whether it's money or some special time, or make something for them or send them flowers? Don't you feel like you owe them? This is something that we've learned from when we were little children, right? You owe me. You owe me. If I do a favor for you, that means I can collect a favor later, right? So money is just another form of saying we're even. You gave me a service. You helped me transform my life. You made making social media posts easier so that I can just whip out my phone and I can just talk and share an important message with my customers. And so I'm willing to pay you for that because I don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, you have a solution that will help me be able to get up off the ground if I fall without using my hands? Because say I've hurt my hand and I can't use it to push myself up. My core is strong enough. My balance is strong enough now. I could do that without my hand that I hurt. I'm willing to pay for that. Oh, you can fix my hot water tank so I have hot water again. You can fix the drain in my sink. Oh, I'm willing to pay for that. Oh, you can help me improve my relationships. You can help me feel confident so that I can get a promotion at work. You can help me express my ideas more freely. You can help me with my marriage. You can help me with my family relationships. You can help me earn more money. I'll pay you for that. And we need to be willing to accept and allow that that's part of the business process. So we know that social media is a great way to promote our businesses, right? It's intimidating, it's scary, it's putting ourselves out there, it's being vulnerable, because we know we see it every day that people are going to say mean things. They feel so anonymous online. So we need to develop that thick skin and trust that we can handle it, because you can. You came here for a higher purpose, and not everyone is going to agree with it. Not everyone. Oh, look at all of those birds flying by. Not everyone is going to understand the value of it. My mentor, Michelle O'Neill, one of the first things that she was talking about when in one of our mentoring calls, someone was saying, but I'm afraid that people are going to write mean things and judge me on social media. And she just said, they will. They will. She didn't try to coddle them and say, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a real concern. It's a real fear that most of us have. Because if we're coaches and healers, we're highly sensitive, we're intuitive, and we just don't understand how people can be so mean, so hateful. And yet there are people out there that express their own wounds, their own hurts by pushing out at others, right? And we can understand that logically, and we can have empathy for them and compassion for them. And yet when they write mean things, it still stings. So Michelle's, I love this about her. She just says, block fast. When someone writes something mean on your post, remove it, block them, block fast. Don't allow that energy to stay with you. And this is important for a couple of reasons, the two that come to mind that she's taught me about, which I had never considered before. The first one is that you don't need that bad energy in your feed. This is your space, and it should be your safe space, and people will invade that boundary. This is your opportunity to share your outlook, your thoughts on life. When people invade that space, just delete them, delete the comments. There's no place for them. If they want to spew whatever it is they want to spew and talk about what means to them, what is important to them, they can do that in their own space, right? It's just respecting someone else's space. It's like your home, right? And then the second reason, which I was not aware of, was that the algorithms on social media are watching for all of these things, for who interacts with what material. And so if you leave or respond to these negative comments, trying to convince them, trying to assure them that you're real, the algorithms are saying, oh, number one, this person interacted with this healer's content. And number two, the healer responded back and engaged with them. Therefore, more people who write comments like that will value this content, and I will send them to this healer because the healer will continue to engage with them. And the algorithms of these social media platforms, they're just trying to get people to stay on the platform. So when we start to engage in that content, that's attracting more of those people to us. When we block them, when we remove those contents, we're telling the algorithm, we don't want these people. These people are not our ideal customer. Don't send us anymore. And the algorithms won't send them anymore. Pretty cool, huh? We have to be willing to attract who we want to serve. And we can do that in 2 hours a day by following this structured plan. So within the Legacy Builders program, which is the program that I invite and I encourage and I challenge my audience of coaches and healers who are struggling to be seen, heard, and recognized for their gifts, it teaches you everything you need to know about social media marketing and doing it within a 2-hour day. The 2 hours are the income generating activities, a fancy way of saying marketing. Because this is so important, right? And here's how the 2-hour day breaks down. And again, you can sprinkle this in pockets of time. So over the course of 2 hours, Michelle O'Neill teaches to create 3 social media posts, 3 posts per day. This is 2 is not enough, 4 is too many, 3 is the sweet number at the moment. And that can change. So you're going to spend 1 hour creating social media posts. And within this program, she teaches you exactly how to do this. And this works for any social media platform that you choose. Excuse me. And within the program, you're learning to identify or confirm or clarify your ideal client. Excuse me. The struggles that they're having, how you can relate to them, what you have gone through to recognize and be relatable to them, and the transformation that you can provide. So with this program, the transformation that I can offer you is that you will feel comfortable and confident creating your social media posts in less than 2 hours a day. You will feel comfortable knowing who your customer is, so you can recognize those people who comment who are not your ideal customer, and you don't have to spend your time and your energy trying to convince someone that you're real, that your products, your services, your healing packages will work for them. You just say, you know what? If you're not interested, that's okay. But I have people who are interested, and those are the people I'm putting my time and my energy towards. Does that sound heartless to you? Let me know in the comments. Say heartless if that sounds heartless to you. Here's the way it was explained to me um, by Abraham Hicks. It was one of their videos. We want to help everyone. And we know that we have the ability, the skills, the source energy to help anyone. The problem is not everyone wants to be helped. And the problem is that sometimes if our energy, our vibration is currently up here, and we're trying to help people who are way down here, it's too big a stretch for us. This is when burnout happens. This is when we're trying so hard, putting so much energy, so much heart and soul, and seeing so few results. Because the people down here, they don't want our help. They don't see the possibility to get up here. We know we can bring them up. But it's like if they're standing on the floor and you're standing on a chair and you're trying to reach down and pull them up onto the chair. It's working against gravity. It's working against gravity. There was another word I was looking for, but it wasn't there. But it's hard because we are having to reach down and pull up. It's working against our natural energy because we want to go up. And if the people down here aren't willing to reach up their hands and say, help me, we have very little chance of helping them because they're just dead weight we're trying to drag. But the beautiful thing is we're up here and these people that need so much help are down here. There are people who are here, people who have not progressed as far on their journey as we have. And these people, it's easy for them to say, it's not a chair, it's not a jump now, it's a step. And they're standing on this step and they can say, here, take my hand. And if this person down here, I'm getting my hands mixed up. If the person on the lower step is ready to take your hand, all they have to do is lift one foot up and they can be on that step and then lift their body weight up. We are all at different places on our journey and we have to know where we are. We have to know where we are and we have to see who's just below us. Those are the people that we are going to be able to help the most. One or two steps behind us, below us on that staircase, on that ladder. The other people, they're just too far out of reach. We can't hold on to the ladder and then reach way down here and try to grab them, especially if they're not willing to get their feet onto the ladder rungs to prop themselves up. So in our 2-hour day, we're creating those 3 pieces of content to attract those people. And then we're spending about 30 minutes a day responding to people, blocking people. And Michelle O'Neill, she talks about, she spends more time blocking people on her comments than she does responding to serious comments, inquiries. And that's unfortunate. That is part of the nature of using social media. And it's okay to say, I really don't want to deal with that. And then it's also acknowledging that you probably won't make much of an impact without it. Unless you're very gregarious and you're outgoing and you're into networking and reaching out to all of your social contacts, that is very doable. For me as an introvert, that's not something I feel comfortable doing. I am not the person who reaches out to other people. As a human design projector, I'm not the person who reaches out to others. My way is to put my ideas, my solutions, my stories out there and see who responds to them, who inquires about learning more, who is, just a step below with what I can teach them, what I can share with them. People who have decided that, yes, they want to use social media marketing, but they don't know how. It's uncomfortable, it's unfamiliar, they're afraid. These are the people that I can help. And then I will help you with your habits. I learned the term habit stacking, and it's sliding new activities, beneficial activities into your day. It's not changing and totally disrupting your day because that's very hard to maintain. When you have a day that's out of sorts, where things are not, where you don't have that block of time, it can be really hard to achieve and accomplish a new task. As an example, yesterday we were going to do laundry in the morning. And so I didn't take my morning walk. And it was a rest day for Pilates. So it would have been very easy to say, okay, no walk, no Pilates. That means no live stream. Yay, because that was my order, right? I would go walking, I would come back, do Pilates, and I would come into this tent or into the truck to do my live stream. Well, if I'm not walking and I'm not doing Pilates, that means I don't have to do my live stream. No, doesn't work that way. It was, oh, I'm not doing my walk because we're going to do laundry. I'm not doing my Pilates because it's a rest day. But if I go do laundry and then we get back, say around lunchtime, and then we eat and then we do, there's a very good possibility for me that I would totally forget that I was supposed to do a live stream yesterday. And I would break that chain of success. So what did I do? I decided to come into the tent before we went to do laundry, because this is the time I would have been walking, would have been doing my Pilates. I came into the tent, did a 5-minute live stream, got it done, went and did laundry, and then came back, did the rest of the day. But my one important task for the day was completed. This is why it matters, why it's important, why that structure, wherever you build it into your day, you have a place for it. It may be on your lunch break, and you may just have 5 minutes to create a post, and you may just go on to whichever social media platform you use and just write. Just share a quote, just share a thought, just saying, hey, I can't show up fully today, but I'm still here. It matters because your customers, your clients, they're going to see, oh, things come up for them too. And this is how they work around it. Because ultimately, we're here to be the examples, right? We want to be the role models. We don't have to be perfect. We just need to show up consistently so they know they can find us, they can count on us. If you have a lack of structure in your day and you're posting when you're inspired, when the ideas come to you, when you have the time to do it, when you're feeling good about yourself, when you're feeling the possibilities about your business actually taking off. It's during those moments when you're feeling disappointed, when you're feeling discouraged, when you're wondering if this was just some cosmic joke, that you, quiet you, the one that everyone overlooks, you think you're going to have a thriving coaching practice? Yeah, that's no, no, sorry. We were joking. We were kidding you. Didn't mean to put this calling into your heart, but we laugh every time you get started again because it's just so funny. No, the universe isn't like that. The universe put this calling in our heart so that we can become that person who achieves it. We have this desire and it's in our vortex, as Abraham calls it. The vibration is up here, the possibility, the potential, helping people the way we know we came here to help. And our vibration is somewhere around here. And every time we feel those doubts and those fears and the uncertainties, our vibration drops and we're that much farther from reaching our dream. But one thing that can help us is taking that consistent action, even if we're not feeling it. Now, so there's that difference between push energy and pull energy, right? We want to attract people to us. We don't want to push ourselves onto people. And so there's always that fine line between creating a piece of content when our energy is low and putting it out there anyway, because the energy of what we put out there is what will be shared and what will be received. And so there are a few things that we can do. We can change our state. And how we can do this is we can get up and move, we can dance a little bit, we can listen to something that's motivational, inspirational, whether it's Abraham Hicks or Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn for me or Michelle O'Neill for me. We can just listen to something that makes us believe in ourselves and in the possibilities again. And when we're in that higher vibe energy, and this only has to take a few minutes, it only has to take a few minutes. Put on your favorite song. When I am feeling like no one is listening, no one is hearing me, and I just want to be heard, a Toby Keith song comes to me, and it says, it's all about me, all about all about number one, oh my, me, my, what I like, what I think, what I know, what I want, what I see. I like talking about you usually, but occasionally I want to talk about me. Because sometimes I just want to talk about myself. And you know what? Social media is a great way to do that. In these live streams, I am get to sharing what matters to me. And the structure of a 2-hour workday has transformed my dream. Has transformed my dream because I had given up. I had put my dream to be a coach, a healer in the background. I had left it behind, driving down the road. It's back there. Bye bye. And then last July, a friend introduced me to the Legacy Builders program. And I thought, maybe my dream isn't dead. And the more I have learned about this program, the more I have changed and adapted and embraced the structure of this program, of the 2-hour workday, the more that I have seen that this program is a bridge from my past failures, from my doubts, from my fears, from my uncertainty. It's a bridge to my success, to what I've always dreamed of, the impact I knew I came here to make. It is a bridge. And the gap are all those skills, the social media stuff that I didn't understand. And this is a bridge. It's teaching me everything that I need to know in 2 hours a day. It's beautiful and it's a skill. It's so important to realize this is all a skill that can be learned. And that takes a little bit more time. The 2 hours is focused on the income generating activities, the marketing. So 1 hour for content creation, 3 posts, or if you're live streaming like I do, and typically I go for 30 to 60. Yesterday I talked for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm an introvert. I don't usually feel like I have that much to say. In this forum, I feel like I have stuff to say. And if that's your story, if you are an introvert like me, give this a try. And don't worry about people showing up and people laughing at you, people writing nasty comments. I have been doing this for, what did I say? Today's the 17th. Lost that. For like 19 days straight. And very rarely is anyone watching. Very rarely. 1 person, 2 people. And I'm still showing up every day. And why? Because I trust that by showing up, by speaking out loud, I am going to fine tune my message. And it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, and it's a little bit scary. It was when I started. Now it's just fun. It's a little bit intimidating to think of just talking to, dead space. I'm talking into my camera lens. I'm talking to you. Because if you're not watching this, this is the tree that falls in the forest. If I speak into my phone's camera and no one is watching, is there any sound? No one's there to hear it. No one's here to hear it. But I'm saying it. I'm sharing my message. I'm opening my heart to the possibilities. I'm opening myself to the universe, putting the right person on the other side, watching, listening. seeing and recognizing me for my gifts, for my talents, for my perspective, my wisdom. And that's all we need to do, is to show up consistently. But we don't show up consistently unless there's that structure in place. Would you show up for your regular job if you weren't told that you had to be there for 7 a.m.? Would you still be there at 3:30 p.m. if you weren't being paid for it? If you weren't told you had to be there? Probably not, right? We have that structure in place. With our jobs, we get paid for the time we're there. With our businesses, with our heart calling businesses, we have to show up for ourselves. We have to put the structure in place because no one else is doing it. When you own your own business, your own practice, you are the CEO. Maybe the CEO of one, but you're still in charge. You have to make those decisions. You have to take the actions. And if you're not taking them, how do you expect to attract clients? Some people watch live streams without ever actually joining in to see them on some of the platforms. You know, you can scroll through and you can see it, you can hear that. You just can't participate unless you press join. And it's at that moment that the host can see that you're there. And then there are delays. There are all sorts of factors. The one factor you can control is showing up. Excuse me. Having that structure in your day. So I was talking about the 2-hour workday. One day, 1 hour for 3 pieces of content, and 30 minutes for responding to comments on social media, or if people are replying to an email. Because what we have is a process. So if you're not doing this, let me take a drink. For the responding to people's comments, if you are a coach or a healer and you've started looking at the business aspect of it and not just the coaching, the healing practices of it, but as actually the business part of it, you have probably been told that you want to start building your email list so that you can contact people when you have special services going on, when you introduce a new service or a new program, just what's going on, right? So that you can help them. Hi, I see I have some people here. Thanks for joining me. I would love to find out where you're watching from. So you have probably heard, if you've started studying the business part of it, is that you want to build an email address. And frequently the advice, the guidance we're given is to create some sort of an opt-in message for them, right? Something that, oh, join me and you'll get this free guide or this checklist. And I did a video that was published yesterday where I was talking a little bit about that. Do I want to go off on that tangent right now? I'll try to keep it quick. Don't spend so much time and energy creating your free opt-in that you never start promoting your services. Because so many times we delay. We want things to be perfect. We want it to be right. And yet there never is a right. I have created so many freebies over the course of my attempts to start a coaching practice and never actually started promoting any of them. Never started promoting any of them, because by the time I was ready to start promoting them, my message, my things had changed. I had sunk into the depths of the doubts and the fears and the uncertainties, thinking there's no value to this. How could this change someone's life? And I would start over and I would start over and I would start over. It's really important for you to start gaining your confidence. Start expressing what you think is your message today, because tomorrow it might be a little bit different. And you won't know that until you actually put your voice out there, put your words out there. That's when you're going to know if it really resonates with you. So in this program that I share, it's a business in a box. It is the back end of everything you need to get your business started. So we have a landing page, which is where someone would come and enter their email address. And let me show you mine. And they enter their email address. And if you have a freebie at that point, you would share it with them. So let's see how this shows up if it's too bright. So this is my opt-in page, and I'm talking about upping your social media marketing game. And I have a mini guide that I offer that was provided and then tweaked within this program. That's 6 steps to build a profitable online business. So if you're interested in that mini guide, let's see, where is this? So where? So right here, www.callywindcreates.com. It is also listed beneath my name, and I don't remember if I put it into today's description. But you can go there, and that's the page you will get to. It's pre-created for you. It's going to start your business, okay? And then from there, you get taken to a thank you page that has a video where, for me, I change things up a bit because I love this program. I love what I've been learning in this program. And I look at this program as a social media marketing internship. I'm here to learn the skills so that I can apply them to my own coaching services, my healing packages, okay? And so what this thank you page is, let's see if that can, yeah, that's right. So that's the video, and there's more information, and you can click a link to get more information. That's going to go straight from once you've put in your email address. And then 2 things happen from your email address. And this is a good practice for whether you join this program or you just create your own. You already have your website, you already have a landing page to capture email addresses. I hope you're taking advantage of your thank you page. So 2 things happen at this point. So number 1, because this is so backwards for me, because you've entered your email, the person has entered their email address here. They go to a thank you page. 2 things happen. They also get information that if they're interested, they can go directly to your sales page to learn more about your services. And they're now on your email list. So you can start sending them information and staying in touch with them. And more importantly, it gives them a way to contact you. They don't have to lose touch with you. When you're scrolling on social media, then if someone gets distracted, or if, like me, you're always pushing a button and you lose something, or the screen refreshes and suddenly what you were reading is gone, this establishes a connection off those platforms. So that if something happens, we hear all the time about people's accounts get hacked, right? If an account gets hacked, suddenly you can't connect with that person anymore. But once you've gone to their website, to their landing page, suddenly you have that direct communication. And you, as the person who's subscribed, who is interested in learning more, you can reply to any of those emails. And the person who is, like for me, then I can reply. When you have questions about this program, I can reply to them. So it's a beautiful, such a simple business model. And with the Legacy Builders program, this is provided to you. So if you've never done any of this before, you can get started. You can purchase a course that is teaching you all you need to know about social media marketing, about affiliate marketing, about having an online business, about creating your own digital courses and products, and about how to scale your business. This is in the Legacy Builders program, the course. And it's an internship where you can learn these things by applying it as a separate online business, where you are reselling these online courses. Sorry, little stutter there. Because it has what's called master resale rights. So when you purchase the Legacy Builders program, you can resell 4 e-learning courses. And if you've ever bought an online course, you know the value of them, the ease of learning from wherever you are, of having videos that you can go back to over and over again to really hone in on and refine what you're learning, which is what I do with the Legacy Builders program. The modules that talk about your ideal customer, about tailoring your message, those I've rewatched. And we have weekly mentoring calls where you can listen to guidance from our 6-figure earners and ask them questions. You can share what you're having troubles with and you're confused about and get clarification. And this is ongoing education. It's not like buying a regular courseware or a coaching package that I've been in several of them. And at the end of 6 weeks or 6 months, that um, personalized contact of being able to ask questions, it just disappears. You have access to it for 6 weeks, 6 months. That's it. Facebook groups are shut off. They're archived so that you can still go in there, but you can't post new things, new questions. If you fall behind, you kind of miss out on so much. But this is a program where you can do it at your own pace. You can build that structure in your day. It's going to take time because this is changing your daily activities from what you used to do and all the hours that you would fritter away. Seriously, you'll be surprised. You'll be amazed. But to master the 2-hour workday on those income generating activities. So you have plenty of time to work with your clients. You have plenty of time to envision and map out new signature programs. You have plenty of time to start learning new healing modalities to better assist your clients. Perhaps you have a client and you've been doing traditional Reiki on them. And you just sense, you have this intuitive hit that if you could do healing, um, the singing bowls, if you could do that, that would be a useful, valuable tool to offer this one client and other clients. But your day is so busy, it's so stressed, and you've got so much going on. How can you do that? And you're scrolling through social media and you see a picture of a singing bowl and you click on it and it's a course that's teaching you what you need to do, what you need to know about the bowls and how the different ones align with the chakras and how to really add this as a tool to your medicine bag. But you say, "Oh, there's no way. I don't have time to do that." And I should be making social media posts, but I really don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say, and then I'm disappointed and frustrated because nothing is working. Maybe I need to give up. Maybe this was a cosmic joke and they really didn't mean for me to have this deep heart calling. Maybe the frustration is an indication that it's time to just stop. And how does that feel? Just saying that, it doesn't feel right to me. Does it feel right to you? No, we have a calling, right? But we need to get our message out. And when we have that structured 2-hour workday, we can get our content out there. And whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, however we're doing it, when we get it out there, we can free up our time, our energy. So I should be on our lists, right? And it becomes so easy. It becomes so easy. It is a new skill. And once you learn it, once you master who you're talking to and you know them so deeply that you can talk about it so easily, you think nothing of pulling out your phone and just saying, "Hey, I thought of this for you. And you know what? If you want to change your energy, if you're starting to feel down, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just start moving a little bit. Getting your shoulders into it, rolling them, just moving, and put a smile on your face. Because when you're doing this, yeah, that's kind of fun, right? How can you feel bad? How can you feel disappointed and discouraged when you're doing that? And you may, right now, doing that, you may feel ridiculous. It may feel forced. But when you're in tune, when you're aligned with your ideal customer, with how you came here to serve, feeling a little bit goofy like that, it just makes you smile. And whoosh, we're like Mary Poppins and Bert the chimney sweep and Uncle Albert or Uncle Alfred. We're just up on the ceiling because we just feel so lighthearted. Lighthearted is one of the energies of Cali Wind. Cali Wind is my personal philosophy. And I think everyone needs to have a personal philosophy, and you're welcome to join mine. Courageous and lightheartedly independent while enjoying new directions. If we have had this dream of a coaching and healing practice for as long as we can remember, since we were exposed to it, since we experienced it for ourselves, we can enjoy, yearn for the results, the destination, and we can enjoy the journey along the way. And this is a new direction. And in order to do something new, we have to change something that's from the past. And the easiest way to do that is by putting some new structure into our day, because that structure will give us the freedom. We will take care of the business that needs to be taken care of, promoting our services so that people can see us, they can hear us, they can recognize us, and they can say, I want to work with that person. And then that frees up our energy for the rest of the day. It frees up the time so that we can explore and learn new things, so that we can expand our business in other ways. It's amazing. A little bit of structure gives you so much more freedom. Gives you so much more freedom. So today I invite, I encourage, and I challenge you to start putting a little bit more structure into your day in regards to promoting your services. The world needs you out there. We are so divided. Should be this way, right? So divided. And we know that we're called here to bring people together, to serve them, to help heal their deepest wounds so that they can have compassion and embrace other people around them. But it's a big step. It can feel scary. It can feel overwhelming. And you don't have to do this alone. Don't have to do it alone. That's why I'm here. And that's why I'm talking about this program. So if you're interested, if you're curious, and you want to see how this works in action, just to learn something new, go to this email address, www.callywindcreates.com. Enter your email address and you can learn more. Oh, and Awaken Your Biz Goddess. This is one of my best friends, and I love that she's here supporting me today. You will have some friends who will support you in everything you do, and you will have some friends who have no clue of what you're doing. The opportunity is to find the people who are going to support and encourage you every step of the way. So in a way, just getting dressed, putting on makeup, and setting yourself up for work is a big thing for me. Yes, yes, that can be, especially we heard about this during the pandemic when people suddenly started realizing that how they were preparing themselves to go out the door to work was very different from how they did work from home. And they were able to relax some of those standards. And then returning to work was a little bit different. Some of them realized, I don't want to do that anymore. So yes, setting ourselves up physically, mentally, emotionally, it all helps us, prepare us. So what do you need to do to get yourself ready to put yourself out there on social media in a way that's consistent, that aligns with who you're working with and will attract them to learn with you? It's all beautiful, but the structure will give you the freedom to do that. So thank you for being with me today, Audrey. I love you. You are the best. And I hope that the rest of you, I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for being here with me, for giving me a little bit of your time, because it does matter. How we spend our time is critical to how we feel about ourselves at the end of the day and how we experience success in our lives. So I chose to be here with you today, and I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity. I am finding social media marketing to be a blast, doing it in this live stream format. I feel like myself, and I feel like this is exactly what I came here to do. And I wouldn't have learned this without this program. So if you're ready and you'd like to learn more, type ready in the comments, go to that website, www.callywindcreates, and we can learn more about how to add a little bit more structure to your day so you can make the impact you came here to make. Having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.